afternoonish, and I know we're a little late, but I had some scheduling problems. But here we are, man. Please introduce yourself and let us know who you are.
All right, so hi, we're the Bay Girls. We're a pop music trio based on the West and East Coast. I'm Jules. Brittany, take it
I'm
away.
Brittany.
I'm Helen.
Hey guys, nice to have you guys here today, man. I really appreciate you guys popping on. And we just reached out to you guys like the other day.
Yeah.
So, being from two different sides of the country, I've got to ask right away, how did you guys even end up in a group together?
Anybody want it? Me? Okay.
You got it.
All right, so obviously the power of social media is crazy these days. So we actually all met on Instagram.
Oh, wow.
We found that we had similar interests, a similar vibe, and a similar mission. So we became a group and started working at it.
No, that's cool, man. I thought like I've met quite a few bands. One band, No Skin, they never even met in person or seen each other until we did the show, and I had them both on at the same time, man.
Oh, wow.
So that was pretty cool, right?
Dang. That must have been fun.
I know with the power of the internet, but with the time difference too, how do you guys even like schedule, or do you guys do it on your own times and then collaborate in the middle somewhere, or?
Yeah, a mix of both of that. Luckily it's not too much of a time difference for us because it's just 3 hours. So it hasn't been too bad so far.
That's not bad then.
Yeah.
I know a lot of times we'll have international bands on and stuff. Sometimes there's 8, 12, 14 hours difference. So I know earlier in the year I was getting up at like 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning to catch them in the afternoon, right? It's hard to juggle for sure. That's why I always ask, how do you guys do it? Because maybe you do it better than me. No,
definitely not.
We just go the middle.
Well, the big question, we are the metal show of K-pop. Like, how did you guys even get in? How do you even get into that music? Like, I've heard it before. I do like some of it. I got to admit that. But it was not something I heard growing up or anything. I didn't find it until way late in life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I found it in middle school through a school field trip because one of my friends was listening to it and I saw it and I was like, oh, that looks really nice. And that entire trip, she just showed me so many different videos and so many different groups. And it was just I was instantly like hooked on it.
Heck yeah. As you should.
It is flashy and fun to watch. I'll give you that, man. I cannot argue with that. The shows, for what I've seen, they're massive. Like, they're bigger than most of our metal shows that we have here. You know?
They're definitely getting a lot more popular these days.
Oh, yeah, for sure, right? Yeah. I know I'm probably quite a bit older than you guys then. I'm 42 now, so I definitely missed all that, like, growing up, right? So when, like, in school and that, was there any other genres of music? Like, did you guys listen to, what do you normally listen to other than K-pop?
I personally listen to pop music, like current pop music.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like Taylor Swift's new album is quite popping right now.
What about you, Heaven?
Oh, I listen to like a lot of musical theater, pop, J-pop, C-pop, anything that comes on, really. I'm not a picky person.
Yeah.
Is it?
Well,
yeah, I'm pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same. I listen to like a lot of different genres of music. You can catch me like listening to even some classical music, and then on some other days, even some metal. I listen to metal myself.
I'm a big fan of Bach myself. I really love a lot of his stuff. I always find myself when I'm flipping through, there it is, bam, leave it on, you know.
Yeah.
So I've seen some of you guys, you're only 3 hours apart, or is there one west and east coast? Like,
just the 3 hours.
Just the 3 hour, okay. Because I've seen you guys did a bit of video work. Like, how did that come about? How did you guys end up arranging? And did you do it yourself, or did you hire someone to do all that with you? Or
So yeah, we are a completely self-produced group. So we just get a couple of our friends who do some of the other things that we don't do ourselves. Like we get our producer friends to help us create a beat. We usually write lyrics ourselves, usually collaboratively, and then we work on our scheduling, trying to figure out how to get me over to their side and how to book people and all that fun stuff.
Oh wow, right? Yeah, we specialize in independent, straight up, full on independent bands, you know. So I love seeing that. It shows your passion goes much further than the money itself in that regard, right? Even though we're all in it to be rock stars and make money, but it takes a long time to pay that bill back, you know.
It really does.
Oh yeah.
So do any of you guys have any other experience, say in a pop band or anything before, or is this your kind of first band you guys are going all in on?
I think some of us has been in like dance groups, dance cover groups and stuff like that. I'm not sure.
Jules.
Yeah.
Jules.
All right,
Dance
call me
group?
out. Call me
You
out.
We gotta dive into that just a little bit, man.
Yeah.
I guess as a kid too, not so much as like that, but
So yeah, I mean, since we're like more of like that pop girl group kind of thing, we do sing and dance. Outside of this, I do dance covers over in the city, New York City, but that's about the most performance experience I've got.
that's really, it's just that introduction to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's nothing more nervy than getting on that stage and seeing everybody. That's when you kind of really find out if you can do it or not, right? So
Yeah.
to do that, I know early in life doing the dancing, we did the national champions across Canada here a few times, right? We were square dancing, though, nothing crazy, right? Stuff, right? But then I got into waltz and tango and all that later in life after that, right? So it's kind of cool to see, especially with the pop group, like you said, you got to be able to sing and dance. So when you're like, say, practicing or training on your own, are you dancing and stuff, or like riding the bike while you're trying to sing? Your turn.
Go ahead, Evan. Take it.
Okay. So usually, like, I'll just try to dance, or I'll try to like incorporate it into just like walking around, because it does get kind of tiring, especially like if you want to go all out. And the best way is to just keep practicing and building up your stamina and try and become more stable.
No, it's true. I know with us, it's all about, you're throwing your guitar up and stuff and you're spinning around. Like, it's singing and moving is even harder than that.
Yeah.
So kudos to that. That's great shape too. Like, do you guys do vocal exercises and that as well then, or?
Yes, we do. We gotta love them vocal warm-ups,
Yeah. I guess there's always that tradition, You do that certain scale or whatever before you get on. Guitar players, drummers will do that, bounce through, whatever, all that, right? So what? Obviously, your goal is to get your music noticed and get out there and get your views and stuff. So where do we find all your stuff? Like, are you guys on all the platforms? Or?
We're on a good handful of them. not the hands. All right, I guess it's one too. So yeah, you can find us on Facebook. We're on Instagram mostly. We're also doing pretty well on YouTube. The only thing you can't really find us on yet is Twitter, but work in progress.
I think we have a Twitter. I think when we go here, we go live on Twitter, but I've never looked at our channel or no clue.
We're all a little bit Twitter illiterate, so we're just kind of working on that one still.
So what's the best platform, though, to support you guys on it and make sure you see the love from your fans?
Instagram?
I think we get the most fan interaction on Instagram just because I think our Instagram folks comment a little bit more and like directly message us a little bit more. But I think a lot more people see us like view-wise on YouTube.
Well, that's all right, man. I know we stuck on YouTube, but Facebook, like all our shit is basically through Facebook and we're all pretty good on a Russian channel and some Korean channel we subscribe to off of here as well. It's pretty good.
Ooh.
So, like, are you guys looking at doing tours? I don't know how that would work for you. I'm totally like, no clue what I'm talking about here.
Anybody? No.
That's a you question.
Spin the bottle.
Rock, paper, scissors, let's go. So we're definitely going to be looking towards tours in the future, maybe, but right now we do only just have, our one song. We're working on more music, and once we build up our portfolio a little bit more, then we'll start looking at moving around a little bit.
I've seen the song there enough, watched the video enough for it. But yeah, I didn't know if you guys were doing like local shows and you had like a whole set, you just haven't released everything yet. Or I find a lot of bands will have that, like they'll release the one even though they're playing their local shows and building their local name all at the same time. And then, so are you guys getting ready to release like a new song or soon? Or?
No comment.
Kind of all you, babe.
Am I allowed to?
Good to know.
We are working on a song we plan to release in February.
Mm-hmm. I'll be something to look at right on.
It's very like R&B kind of vibes.
Mm-hmm.
I keep looking at Jules and Brittany trying to make sure I don't give away too much because I'm not sure how
You
much
can give
I'm
as
allowed
much
to
as you
say.
want.
Okay, let's just spoil the whole song.
Yeah, do it right here.
No, yeah. Jules and I wrote it. I'm actually really excited to release it. So this is like the first song I ever actually wrote.
Oh, so this is your like your first baby, eh? Like,
It's my first baby.
yeah. No, you're good. You can turn that off. They're hitting all the buttons in the hotel, so all the lights are going on and off. Life on the road, man. Have you guys traveled much? Or like say the big tour happens and now you're going to 52 cities. Like have you guys ever traveled for an extended length of time? Or have you even thought about preparing to be on the road?
Oh my God. No.
I live on the road, right? I have since I was like 14 years old, right? So it's like just it's weird to me to go home for a whole week. Like what am I doing here? Right? Have you guys done any traveling or excessive traveling at all, or just mainly?
Jules and I usually, when we're planning stuff, we usually go towards where like Brittany is, and then depending on what we have planned, we also go to LA too. So Jules and I travel. Brittany hasn't really traveled.
Excuse me. Yeah, I don't leave this house ever.
And when you do your live shows, you'll be a big screen for them.
Yeah.
Live in that room, right? So, is there any other local bands like yourselves that you guys inspired to, or want to open for, or jam with, or like, are you guys like all on your own there? I don't know, right?
So yeah, I mean, close to us. Well, close to them. There's actually not too many groups like us centered in California, which is like you wouldn't think that because of how big the music scene is, especially over by LA. But there's really not exactly anyone quite like us over there just yet. So just us.
I know. Like I tried to dodge in and do some research and stuff, and like as far as America goes, you guys are like it right now. So very hard to find your style of music to even compare it to over here, man. So kudos to you guys for turning a new way through, like bringing new music over here for us and that thing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, now, did you guys grow up in the choir? Like, how did you guys all acquire singing? This is something I'm always curious too. Like, was it just singing in the shower and your buddy was like, "Fuck, that sounds awesome. You should be pro." I see your point.
Singing in the shower. Yeah, I was self-taught though, but I took a few vocal lessons a couple years ago, but I haven't been able to get back at it. So I've just been self-teaching since then. Yeah.
Most people are self-taught. But go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Like same as Brittany, I've always wanted to be like to do something with singing.
Mhm.
So I am self-taught with like very little like musical theater teaching wise.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it for me.
Your turn.
Yeah, I have a little bit of musical theater training as well because I'm one of those theater kids. But otherwise, just singing for fun. Just
Yeah. So, being a theater kid, you grew up in the theater then? Like, did your parents be all in it, or was that just something you took on all by yourself?
so yeah. I actually, when I was younger, I went to a performing arts school for theater, so that was an adventure.
Right.
That was like elementary school though, so I don't really count it. Like, I take it for what it is. It was school with one extra class based on theater.
Still an early
But
in sometimes it's that moment when you are that young that something catches you like that,
yeah.
Sometimes it's later in life, or sometimes it's tomorrow. You never know.
Yeah.
So, with your genre, what are some of the bands that you guys grew up listening to? Like me, obviously, it's always Pantera, Motorhead, Slayer. I'm interested to hear what you guys grew up listening to, man. I'm gonna take notes here and check this shit out.
Brittany?
Just to make sure the question was what we listened to growing up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I listened to a lot of like One Direction and Justin Bieber, Selena Gomez and the Scene, like just that very like young teenage pop genre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Growing up, the music I listened to like growing up wasn't really anything like this. I didn't really have electronics growing up, so most of what I listened to would be like whatever my mom listened to. So I would listen to a lot of R&B, Christian music, country. Taylor Swift was like a very big one because we both loved her so much.
Great.
Solid. For me, I also had the similar not too many electronics available. My mom was really into Bruno Mars, still very much is. So we've heard a lot of his discography always, and then some older R&B classics. And my dad is actually a little bit of a metalhead, so we had a little Slipknot, we had a little fun stuff over there.
The cross pollination, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so when you guys do get prepared and ready to be on stage, being singers and dancers, full on performers that way, have you guys thought about your stage show? Like how you're even thought about presenting the stage show, or just questions you guys might want to think about later,
Who wants it? Brittany.
Yeah,
Brittany.
I mean, a lot of our shows that I don't even know if we have a lot of shows or anything, but I feel like it's very premature for us right now, like stage-wise. But we do have a couple festivals in the future coming up. So, yeah. Not sure how, like, I personally haven't, I get nervous, so I like to just goof around.
Yeah.
That's my stage tradition before the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's talking?
You?
All right,
Yeah.
cool. So yeah, like Brittany said, we do have some showcases and a live performance coming up. So we're gonna kind of get to build our pre-stage traditions. But as far as like on the stage, our group name Bay stands for Be Yourself. So obviously we're just gonna go out there, have a grand old time, and hope to connect with people.
No, that's cool, man. I know I've always planned like years ahead on my stage. I want this, I want that. Like, it can get very dangerous, like, especially when you get into pyrotechnics or even the lighting blinding you while you're up here and slip and fall.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
Excited for that?
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Can't wait for flames.
Yeah, I want flames. I want all of it. Fireworks, everything.
Fireworks.
When you're ready, I'll introduce you to a very fucking professional dude that can do all that for you. But so with your sound and stuff, like obviously you guys kind of collaborate on that, but have you ever brought something that you're like, what the fuck did we just write? Like, I know we wrote a song and recorded it, did it all up, and then you listen to it the next morning, and it's just, you just throw it out. Like, have you guys had that yet?
Yes. I think
Yes.
that's every song we've ever done.
Yeah.
There's
Like-
a lot.
Jules likes to say with like Steal the Wind, she never
Yeah.
thought like we would actually release it. It was just like
Yeah.
a fun song she wanted to
Yeah,
share.
she presented it to us as like, it's here, but it's a joke, but we liked it, so it ended up being released.
It was our favorite joke.
It was a joke. It was a joke. The story behind Steal the Wind is actually that I had rage quit playing a video game because I was playing a game, and I had messed up on a really easy combination. And then I was like, all right, that's enough playing game. I'm going to write a song because I'm upset. So that's how it came to be.
Right. When it works, you know. Oh yeah, man! I'm actually supposedly in the studio next weekend, so we were joking about it. He's like, we're gonna listen to it in the morning on Sunday and be like, nah, redo it all. And I'm like, no, dude, we're gonna do it. We got this, right? I've been practicing for months. I hope he's been practicing, right? But we're doing a collaboration album, so I'm working with a lot of the artists that have been on the show before. So
Wow, nice.
I don't know, with Andrew, he's more R&B and stuff. He'd probably be able to work or send you over something you guys can probably collab with for sure. And then I'll just throw a riff in the background, a little piece here, a little piece there, or something, right?
We do have a secret rock song coming up.
Right? Would that be something you guys are interested in if we can figure something out that will work for you guys to collab with? That'd be cool.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Now, what bands would you like to open for, since you guys are new to the scene and stuff? And
Hard question.
I see you laughing over here. What's the band? Come on now.
What's the band, guys?
Yeah.
Go. Heaven, all you, babe.
Oh, that's so.
All of you.
I would honestly such a generic answer, but I would very much be happy to open for anybody right now.
I agree.
Everybody says that.
I second that.
Even the middle scene, man. Everyone's like, "We'll open for anybody." You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. That's a pretty good answer.
No,
even
that's not true,
specifically
man.
Stray Kids.
I don't know why I asked that question. Everybody answers it the same, you know. One question I haven't asked in a long time. So your fantasy, I'll give you an example. Fantasy show. The best answer I've had so far, buddy, said we'll play on the Death Star. So like, if you could play any stage, anywhere, man, where would it be, right?
Dang.
I'm thinking about that. The Death Star is cool. Oh my gosh.
You know,
Yeah, I prefer we could perform at the Death Star.
Yes.
Yeah, the Death Star. I couldn't believe it. But he's like, we'll play on the Death Star. I was like, fuck, that's the best answer ever, bud.
Did he freeze? He froze. He's frozen for me. Is he frozen for you guys?
Yeah. Oh no.
So we're performing on the Death Star. Is that what I heard?
Yeah.
Yes.
Gotta
Yes.
find
One day.
gotta find the manager of the Death Star. You know, gotta secure that. I like want to refresh, but I'm scared to do that.
Me too.
Okay, but you guys are still talking, so that means that something's still working.
Maybe his Wi-Fi disconnected.
That hotel Wi-Fi, that'll do it for you.
Yeah.
Just gonna send that.
Nice.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, okay.
Hi guys. We're back.
Hey guys, we're the Bay
Okay.
Girls. Welcome to the Bay Takeover.
I guess this is a takeover now.
I'm sure he'll come back shortly.
What do we say?
We talk about our upcoming song coming in February. It's an R&B love song. for the ladies, for the guys, the gals, the NB pals.
Tell us more about that.
Yeah, I'd like to know more.
I unfortunately am not able to disclose any more information at this time. However, it's in the works.
Exciting.
Oh,
You're
And we're
back.
back.
Hi.
you guys called in there. Thank you so much. I meant to mention earlier, if it drops out, it still does a live feed, so you guys just keep going, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I forget what I was going to ask. I had an awesome question. So when it comes to your outfits and stuff, obviously, when you perform or do your videos and stuff, how do you guys come up with a theme to even what to wear during the video or say doing the song, right?
We have a designated stylist. Heaven!
Oh,
So basically, they just give me like kind of like a concept or colors,
mhm.
and then I really just look through Pinterest, and then like Google and different websites to see like what would stand out. For Jules, she likes lists, so she gets a list of different options. Brittany likes getting a certain outfit and working it from there.
Oh, so like you'll buy something and then modify it and all that to make it work for what you're doing then?
If it needs to be
Not to that extent.
modified, we would, but usually we just take it as is.
As is, yeah. I know a lot of our like bands, they always make their own or they'll buy something and then modify the shit right out of it, right? And that's where they go, right? So I was wondering if it was the same for you guys, right? It's kind of awesome to talk to you because that other genre, like I always said, it's not bad music. You're just ignorant to that music in that sense. You don't understand it, and there's no such thing as bad music. Someone always will like that, regardless whether you do or not, right?
Mhm.
I do. Your tune is catchy, man. I've updated it. You guys, are you guys going to be on Spotify anytime soon? Have you thought about being on there as well, or?
So yes, we are actually on Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, Deezer, and many more. I forgot the others, to be honest.
Nice. I wasn't sure. Yeah, I've been working and traveling so much. When I found you guys on Facebook and then tracked you on YouTube, right? So knowing you're on Spotify, I'll scoot over there after the show, and we have a playlist that has all the bands that have been on the show. So we'll make sure your song gets updated. I just did a massive update the other day to it too. So we'll do another little update today, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
No problem, guys. Is anything else you guys want to like cover today about the band and the music, or?
Anybody?
I could shoot the shit for hours, but I don't know what you're up to. You know? Now, one last thing: tattoo work. Anyone got tattoo work? I don't know.
No, but I really want one.
Not yet, but I am very close. Very close.
This is new, Jules.
I know.
So, I'm pretty covered myself. My arms, my chest, legs,
Right.
back, all done. Right. A friend of mine, why I kind of mentioned it. A friend of mine from Germany. She just sent me over. She has a body piece, like I'm talking from her ankles to upper neck, like one piece, too, all
That's
one.
so cool.
Oh my gosh.
How long
that's
did it take?
amazing.
He's probably been working on it for a couple of years now. Until yeah, so I believe she's saving up for her final sitting, and then it's finally complete, man. But it blew my mind. Like I'm covered too, but mine will be all one like her, but nowhere close to how she sat and went through and did it, man. Like wow. I'm always
cool.
curious how it works. There's always normally a story behind it too, right?
Yeah.
But so you guys are on all platforms. You guys on Bandcamp and stuff too then?
We are not on Bandcamp or SoundCloud actually yet.
Yeah. Okay. I know here in like just in Canada and in general, a lot of the independent bands rave about Bandcamp and
Mhm.
a lot more supportive towards the bands. I know what you get pennies per view or point of a penny per view on some of the other shit, but just a heads up, if you're not on Bandcamp, man, I highly recommend you guys jump on there whenever you can, right? That will obviously help you guys out a lot more too, right? So we'll look for you on SoundCloud and Bandcamp in the future. Right now, you guys are on Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram's a big one for you guys, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you guys could send me over the links to all this, I will make sure it goes up in the title after the show for you. So as people watch, they can click whatever link they want, and then they can check you guys out. But
Awesome.
Okay. Sounds Gucci.
Oh, thank you guys so much for today, man.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah.
Now, before we go, it's something I always preach. Do you guys have merch yet? Like
Oh my
t-shirts,
god.
stickers?
It's another one of those not yet things. You know, we're very new. We just put out our first song in August. You know,
Yeah.
closing out the year though, we will have merch.
Okay, that's awesome. Because I can't laugh because we've been doing this show for bands and stuff for about 2 years, and we just got our merch the other day.
Oh my god. Better late than never.
Like that sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, it takes time for everything. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
a few comments here. I can't see them. Sherilyn, hey, I know she's from Ontario here. Tammy normally watches. Her friends from New Zealand are watching.
Wow.
Shout out to them. We'll see you in March. I'm heading there for maybe 2. I don't know yet. Then from there, I've got Montreal, BC, going to Mexico, and then Venezuela.
Wow.
Hey, that sounds fun.
Well, I worked all year, and then I get a month or 2 off a year, so that's when I just go, right? See you later. I'll call you guys. Right. So,
Yeah.
but once again, these guys are awesome. Check their shit out. Even if you're not a metalhead, man, you gotta experience this. It's good.
I agree.
Once again, man, let us know who you are, guys, and we'll fucking call her a day and go eat something.
Oh my god, yeah.
So yeah, we're the Bay Girls. We're a pop trio, and we like to promote our message. Keep being yourself out there, guys.
Yeah.
Yee.
Play it loud, play it proud, peeps. Like always, when you have it on, crank the fuck out of it. We love it. Play it loud, play it proud, man. And we'll our next show's tomorrow sometime.
Oh, good luck.
7. Not sure. But once again, we'll see you guys soon.